Good morning, all. Dynodaze live stream. It's morning time. Yeah, I upset myself yesterday. So if you're watching this video back later, hopefully I'm feeling a bit better later. Oh, a calamity of errors, based on the fact that I don't know, maybe last year I was a bit busy and a bit tired, but yeah, I messed up. And sometimes, right, in business and at work, you do mess up. And I think you can only really it's how you deal with it that matters. It really is. It's how you deal with it that matters. It's you gotta. No, I don't want to listen to you. Sorry. It's how you deal with it that matters. It's pretty much learning from that experience and thinking to yourself, yeah, that's happened because of this, and making sure that you move forward and it doesn't happen again. So here's the story. And again, I'm going to start this story with there's only one person to blame here, and it's me. So before Christmas, pretty much before Christmas, when we were absolutely flat out, so busy, it was unreal. Maybe November. I seen a post on Facebook saying that a guy had some gearboxes for sale for Mitsubishi Colts for rally arts and CZTs. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Where's he had them from? So, having spoken to the lad, it appeared that they were brand new Mitsubishi Colt gearboxes for the CZT and rally art, 5-speed Getrag boxes, and they were old Mitsubishi stock. Now, as you know, Mitsubishi have moved out of the UK now. So what happened was, as they closed down their dealerships, whatever stock they had, there would be a company, like a liquidator, would go in and sell that stock. Now, either scrap the stock and weigh it in, or sell it to someone who knows. So the guy that sold it, or the guy that bought it, sorry, was a nice chap, a nice chap, and that we'll get to him. But basically, the young lad that I spoke to online said they're Mitsubishi Colt Rally Art CZT gearboxes, and he wanted about 1,500 quid. And I left it a week. I was like, that's a bit too much for me. Anyway, I thought to myself, do you know what? I'll take a chance on them because I've always got Mitsubishi Colt CZTs here. And if I want one for myself, you know, that'd be good. Like, if I'm building a car myself, I can put a brand new gearbox in it. That'd be amazing. So I haggled with the guy, and I got them for £1,000. I got them for £1,000 delivered. So that worked out at about £500 a box, and I could handle that because I sell and have sold used gearboxes for the Colts for 450 quid all day long. If they work and they're mint, they're definitely worth that. So I'm like, right, I'll do it. I'll have them. How do you want paying? I said, can I pay via PayPal? Not got PayPal. I says, will you take cash on delivery? No, I need it paid into my bank. Okay. Well, at this point, I've been chatting with him about these gearboxes for a while. I checked him out, actually. A couple of lads that I know actually knew this lad. So I was like, oh, okay. So I paid into his bank account. And then, as everything with Facebook, he disappeared. Literally, poof, gone. I'm like, message him. You said you were delivering these boxes when you turned it up. Oh, I'm going to come Monday. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'll see you Monday then. Thanks, pal. I'm so busy that a week goes past. I'm like, weren't you coming last Monday to deliver these gearboxes that you promised me? He's like, yeah, sorry, I got busy, man. How are you fixed for next Saturday? Well, yeah, next Saturday's okay if you're here before 1 o'clock, I said. Another week goes past. Saturday turns up. 1 o'clock comes. I'm like, I'm going home. Where are you? I said, because I'm going home. Oh, I haven't set off yet. I says, well, I'm going home, man. You know, what time do you expect to be here? Oh, I'm not going to get out. Can I deliver them Sunday? I'm not going to be at work Sunday, mate. Okay, he says, I'll bring him next week. Message him next week. Are you bringing them? I'll bring them Saturday. Oh, okay, mate. So bring them Saturday. I'll be here. At least that's resolved then. We'll be done and we'll be dusted. Saturday comes, doesn't turn up. Message him, can't get hold of him. Ring him, can't get hold of him. Start messaging people that I know knows him and start to get a bad feeling. Anyway, can't get hold of him. Another couple of weeks go past. We end up in the Christmas holidays. Around the Christmas holidays. In fact, it might have been even Christmas Eve or something like that. And a guy phones a really sound guy. He owns a garage down south. And he says, hey up, are you Danny from Dynodaze? On the phone. Yep, that's me. He says, I'm such and such from such and such garage. I've got 2 gearboxes sat here with your name on them. I'm like, have you? He's like, yeah. I says, oh, I've already paid for those. And then he sounded surprised. He's like, have you? I'm like, yeah, I paid your lad. I gave him this amount of money. He says, right, okay. This lad don't work here no more. I've got rid of him. If you say you've paid for these gearboxes, then they're yours. But can you please come and get them? I'm like, that's brilliant, man. Thanks ever so much for being such a sound bloke about it. Thanks for being honest, genuine, and reaching out. And he just wanted the space in his workshop. Fine. What a legend. A really, really nice guy. So anyway, they're in Bristol or Swindon or they're down south somewhere. So I says, can anybody who's down south pick these up for me? And a really sound guy called Connor that we've known loads, and he's a good guy, and he's got a Colt actually. He says, I'm actually going up to Blackpool. I'll pick him up for you. And he's like, I don't really want anything, just I'm on my way anyway. So anyway, I think in the end I gave him like 100 quid or a boost solenoid or something. But basically Connor went out of his way. He went to this garage that he knew. He picked the gearboxes up. He brought them here. He dropped them off in the holidays, Christmas holidays. I made sure I was here. And that was it. I'd got them. I was relieved. Connor had helped me out massively. The lad who owns the garage who had them there helped me out massively. Dead genuine, really nice bloke. But the story goes on that this kid, well, he'd been terminated, shall we say? What for? I don't know. I don't know anything about him at this point. But my gearboxes had arrived. I've got them. Brilliant. So I've got 2 gearboxes. Great. What am I going to do with them? In the end, I think I bought a CZC, and I was considering forging it and putting a gearbox in it and stuff like that. So they weren't really listed for sale. I wasn't really listing them for sale, but somebody popped up on the Colt forum, which I love, and says, I'm after a gearbox, and I've bought a couple of gearboxes. They've been shite. Has anyone got one? And there was a couple of used ones and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? I've got a brand new one that's just sat here in my office on the floor, and you can have it for £1,000. Great. I checked with Mitsubishi. They're worth about £3,000 plus VAT. Brand new. So there was definitely a saving to be had there. If you're buying an unknown used gearbox for 450 quid or 500 quid, I figured, right, a new one, if someone wants to pay that, they can take it, or it can just sit there. No big deal. So that left me with 1 gearbox. The guy turned up, lovely guy, building a car. He'd had problems with gearboxes before. It was a new gearbox. I was really, really happy. So he came, picked it up. He gave me what I wanted for the gearbox, took it away, went to fit it. Lo and behold, it doesn't fit. Okay. So I was like, that's unusual. Didn't you say that the last gearbox you went to try and fit didn't fit as well? And he's like, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I've got a brand new gearbox sat there. I've got used gearboxes upstairs. Let me go and check the fitting on the bell housings for you. Went upstairs. I took a photograph of the brand new gearbox. I took a photograph of the used gearbox upstairs. And he's right. They don't fit. They're not the same gearbox. And here's where my schoolboy error starts. First thing, don't buy anything off anybody that you don't know. especially if it's more than 10 pence worth of something. Second, no matter how busy you are, check things. Those gearboxes have been sat there since Christmas, and at no point have I, other than looking at them, and they look identical to a Colt CZT gearbox. Other than looking at them, I've not bothered to do any checks on them whatsoever because they're just brand new gearboxes. They were for a Colt CZT or Rally Art. They're not. They're for a 1.1 Mitsubishi Colt. As soon as I took a photograph of the bell housing, I could see that they weren't the same. Well, I apologise profusely to the guy that I'd sold it to. Absolutely profusely. I couldn't believe what a moron I had been. I couldn't believe that I'd been scammed in the first place. I felt like I'd been scammed. And I think the relief of actually having them delivered, I think that's what did it. I'd spent 4 or 5 weeks stressing that I wasn't going to get my money back. That when they actually turned up, I was relieved and they just sat there. That was it. That was over. My drama was over, I thought. But no, no, not at all. So anyway, the wrong gearbox. So I apologized so much yesterday. I was sick with worry and stress and thinking that I couldn't believe I'd done that to myself. Said to the guy, look, I've checked. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's not a CZT or Rally Out gearbox. It's a 1.1. Please bring it back. Let me give you your money back. I'm ever so sorry. And he was like, yeah, man, cool. No problem. I'll bring it back tomorrow. That's not a problem. And I was like, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. I set about getting some details on the used gearbox upstairs that I had that I bought from a lad called Dan Atkinson. I got the mileage of his car and stuff like that, and the year that I bought it, and so that it's an 80,000 mile gearbox. It's a used one, so that I can offer him something with a little bit of spec and a little bit of details. But yeah, never buy anything off no one. Don't do it. Don't just randomly trust people, because that's exactly what I did. I randomly trusted this guy that I didn't know from Adam. And then the second mistake, that's not working properly. The second mistake was being too busy and relieved that they turned up to actually check them. So I was mortified with myself. I was like, I can't be that busy to make that kind of schoolboy error. Surely. And it's sad, isn't it? Because you think to yourself, you know where the problem started, and that's trusting people. That's where the problem started. I trusted someone to be telling the truth. I trusted someone, or maybe not even that. Maybe I didn't trust them to tell the truth. I trusted them to know what that it was that they were selling, and they didn't know. Maybe so. Maybe again, look at me. I'm still trying to make excuses for somebody else. I'm thinking to myself, maybe it was a genuine mistake, even though he went missing and got sacked for whatever he got sacked for. I don't know, but yeah, there's no one to, like I said at the start of this video, there was no one to blame for this but myself, and that's because I was busy and I wasn't concentrating and I was stressed that I thought I'd been scammed. And yeah, it's just a comedy of errors that could have been avoided if I'd have just paid more attention, maybe not trusted someone. And that's what I don't like about the whole situation. What I don't like is that I know full well this isn't. I need to learn from this. I need to learn from this, but I know that I won't, because I'm just trusting and don't expect people to be idiots. But there you go. That's my schoolboy error. So the guy's bringing the customer. I feel like I've wasted his time. I feel like I've let him down. I feel like, I'm embarrassed. There's no two ways of describing it other than embarrassed. I'm upset. I upset myself. Yeah, just, I don't know. It's one of them, ain't it? But it's all getting sorted. They're 1.1 gearboxes. They're not worth the money that I spent on them. Whilst I will list them and try and get my money back because they are brand new. Realistically, those 1.1 gearboxes are just, they're not they're not worth it. So we'll see. I'll put it up brand new. I did phone Mitsubishi yesterday, and I did say how much for this gearbox, and they wanted £1,900 plus VAT for a brand new one. So I think there's a chance I might get my money back, and it's not all about the money. It's about feeling like it is a bit like feeling like you've been scammed, but like it's all stuff I could have easily avoided myself, and that's it for me. I am definitely not doing that again. So it's not happening ever again. I'm never trusting anybody, no random stranger over the internet, not for nothing. So unless someone can verify, unless Matty Champ White's best mate says I've got something for sale, then I won't be interested. You know, it's got to be someone. It's got to be someone that knows someone, and that's the way it is. So there you go. That's my failing, and I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to get it off my chest because it was making me feel bad. But I've got to learn. I've got to learn from that mistake. I have got to, and I'm sure if I learn from the mistake, then we'll get there, won't we? So, good morning, Roger. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Barnsey, good morning. Not modified, good morning. Tim, hope you're well, man. Diesel Civic now, you're in, aren't you? I think. Daryl, good morning to you, my friend. FN2Tube, what a great name for a YouTube channel. Looking forward to getting involved with that one. Flawless Culture, brilliant YouTube channel. Good morning to you, my friend. Go and follow this YouTube channel. You're going to love that. Shalom, Matty Champ White. Have I got any 70 mil in stock? No, I've not. They're out of stock. I think it's a good couple of weeks, but I will be buying lots of stock in. So I will definitely sort you out a deal if you're willing to wait. Roger, thank you for your support, man. Yeah. Morning, Stallion. Hope you're well. Yeah, it haunted me. Hey, thanks for being a member. I noticed that. I've just noticed that. Thanks for being a member. I really appreciate it. I love the support that you guys give us. And yeah, you're right. Not everyone has got the same, but you know, sometimes you think to yourself, you know, these people have got problems, and you know, you don't know what was going on in his life when he needed that. He might have needed that £1,000 more than any of us could ever imagine, especially if he'd just been sacked, maybe. So, you know, I don't know. Never mind. Morning, AB Express. Hope you're well. Morning, Matthew. Has a Civic. We'll probably give you a bell in a bit, man. Just speak to Rich when he turns up, and then give you a bell. You love story time, Kato. It was a horrible story, mate, and I wanted to share it because you've got to learn. You've got to say it out loud that you've got to learn. You've made a mistake, and you've got to learn from it. I don't want to think too much about the conspiracy theory that I think people may have known that and let me do that anyway. I don't want to think about the conspiracy theory where people think that sort of thing's funny, because that's how you go down that rabbit hole then, don't you? You get paranoid and stuff. And also, I'm going to block all that out, and I'm just going to basically say that was my fault, my mistake, and I'm not doing that again. So, you know, that's all you can do. You got to learn from it, I think. Do you know what? Not everything. We have a great time here. You know, we have a great time here. We're very fortunate to do what we do. I've said this a million times, and I sound like a broken record, but we're very fortunate to do what we do. We have a great time. We do some amazing work, and you know, we earn a living, and we're so fortunate for doing that. Occasionally, you don't get a good day. Occasionally, the gas board want to bum you for putting a piece of gas pipe in. Occasionally, things just don't go well. You got to do it again. You know, but it's how you learn from that moving forward, isn't it? You got to move forward. It was my fault, man, because that could have been avoided. What's the highest mileage you've seen on an FN2? I think my white FN2 is pretty high up there at 144. I think something like that. I know Uncle Keith had an EP3 that had nearly 200. Might have had 200,000 miles on it. If you look after them, they'll keep going, man. I think that's true, Roger. what do they say? If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So there's, there is something to take away from that, that, your brain, your subconscious says, no, no, don't do that. That would be very silly. Your subconscious is screaming, don't do that. Don't do it. And you still do it. And that's what happens. No, it won't eat away at me. What I'm doing is, the guy's gonna come, I'm gonna give him his money back. So he paid, I think he chipped me down on what I wanted. So I'm just gonna give him back what he paid for it. And if I can sell him the gearbox, like I say, last night I was in problem solving mode. And there was a young lad called Dan Atkinson, and he sold me a gearbox about just in January. He sold me a gearbox in January, and I just took that on face value because I do. So yesterday, what I wanted was, I contacted him and I said, this gearbox has come out of your car. What was the reg of your car, and approximately how many miles had you done on that gearbox? And I got that information from him. So this morning, when the young man turns up, who's now having gearbox problems, because obviously I sold him a gearbox that doesn't fit, I've got something to offer him. I can try and offer him a solution with some data, some real data. So fingers crossed that helps him out, and makes me feel a little bit less stupid. But that's it. So thank you for listening to Story Time. What is everybody doing today? I'm having my FN2 refitted with all its parts that Uncle Keith has made sexual. So I'm going to probably take some photographs out there today. Looking in this diary, I'm struggling on my website to change one menu. So I nearly wiped my website out yesterday because I changed one setting and it turned the whole page to spam. So I am going to try and look into how to do that properly today. Morning, Modfix. Hope you're well. That's the 5th of July. No, we're nowhere near that. We're booked up to the 5th of July. Where am I? That's that done. Right, today we should have an EP3 in for injectors, drag cartel cams, timing chain, map, oil and filter. And that's going to happen over Friday and Monday. So, yeah, loads of work in there. We've managed to get some mapping slots. We've gone back through the diary, reorganised it as best we can, and we've got a series of 3 p.m. mapping slots. So if anybody needs a map sooner rather than later, let's say it's a Colt or an FN2 or an EP3 or a K-swap or something that we can possibly do in around 3 hours, then yeah, get in touch, because I've got slots. I've made slots. So that is the one. Yes, Modfix's wheels are nice, aren't they? What else have I got to say to you? I really enjoyed the paint scheme at Uncle Keith's paint shop. When the FN2 video comes out, there's a section of the FN2 video, because it's quite a long video, that actually shows how the paint scheme works with the color camera and the paint mixing process, and choosing the different numbers to make up the paint and the grams that you use and the mixing. It's really, really good. And I was dead interested. I was learning from Keith at the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that in the FN2 video and also edit it so that it can be its own separate video, because I think it's very interesting. It's called a Cyrox system. It's really cool. Mate, have you can't speak, I can't get my words out. Mate, have you ever heard of one of them? Have you ever heard one of them NVIDIA Q300 exhausts, the version 2 one you list? I have not heard it. I have not heard it. I've definitely seen a video of one, but not in the flesh have I ever heard it, and I can't remember what it sounds like. So there you go. I don't currently sell those on the website, but that doesn't mean that I can't get them, because I think Johnny Teguiwa might sell them. So let me have a quick look. How do you spell it? Acuity. Right. The answer is yes, I sell them. And the next question is, I need to pay someone to list them all on my website. How many pages of stuff is there? What's that for? DC5 and K-swap. That's for an FK8. That's for an FK8. That looks nice. Is this basically hybrid racing, but not hybrid racing? Who's got input on these? Team Kirk, have you got input on these? Is it good stuff? Cheers, Roger, mate. I'm feeling another 6-hour journey down to you soon. I'd really like that, mate. I'd like that. It was good. It was good seeing you. Nice car as well, that one. More Yank stuff. A lot of FN2 fitting issues with activity on an FN2. That's because they don't have an FN2. But I've just looked at this, the control cold air intake from them, and I can see that that's likely to not fit. Although that blatantly looks like an FN2. But it's not, is it? It's an SI. Yeah, I'm going to have a look into that. Right, so how much are the throttle position sensors for the K20? Throttle position sensors. Okay. UAT, throttle position sensor. Oh. Okay, right, I will tell you. They are £94.83 plus shipping. Shipping is generally around a tenner. But let's see what deal I can do you on that then. Let's see if I can even do a deal first. Yes, I can do a deal. They are not in stock. It's 10 to 15 working days because it's from America. So I wouldn't pin your hopes on one of those, my friend. This is the captain. Hello, the captain. Right, because it's you, it is £94.84. However, they're not in stock, man. We ain't going to get one in time for you to fix something. They're 10 to 15 working days, and that tends to be a sort of, we've got no idea how long that's going to take sort of part lead time. Skunk is a pain in the ass because I want skunk stuff on the shelf and can't get it. Yeah, that's interesting. That's good information, that, Kirk. When are we going to get you actually on the chat in the mornings? We need captains on the chat in the morning. We'll book it. We'll make sure we've both got time, and we'll go live together. And then we can get Matty Chatwhite in as well, can't we? And anyone that wants in. I'd love to get Mod Fixing because I know he sat in a dressing gown. Yeah, basically that 15. If you ever go on Tegua's website, Johnny can flame me if he wants for this. If it says ETA 10 to 15 working days, that tends to mean no idea. That's what that means. It doesn't mean, oh, they'll be ready in 10 to 15 working days. What that means is no idea, mate. Don't know when that's coming back in stock. Don't even know if we can get that. That's what that means. Right. Things to do today. Have we got any order? God, I bought too much Jap Speed stuff yesterday. Yeah, I've got to stop doing that. That's interesting. Let's print that off. There's an order for today. Hey, there's jobs going. Did you see there's jobs going at Dynodaze? Did you? Did you notice that we put a post up? Why's my printer not working? Yeah, if anybody knows a seasoned mechanic that wants a job, Let us know. Is that going to print? So that's going to print. Do I dare click on eBay today? I'm not in the mood for eBay today. I think I'll stick with hybrid, you know. I was thinking about that. I could list the acuity stuff, if that's how you say that word. But I'm kind of loyal. I'm a bit like my friend Gareth at Expression Culture. I think once you sort of like a product, you don't really need to be doubling up, do you? Selling another product that's almost identical. I don't think you need to do that. Maybe we'll see. I mean, is any of it actually in stock anywhere? If we have a quick browse. Let's click something. What's that? Throttle pedal spacer. Okay, that'd be nice because that actually works on 3 to 10 working days. Not in stock. What else we got? Fuel rail. That doesn't actually look as good as the new Dynodaze fuel rail. What's that? No. I mean, that's a lot of money for the SI. 2 to 3 weeks. I wonder how much it is. OEM throttle body. Click on it. Nope, that's not working. Oh well, no, none of that's in stock anyway. So it looks like new parts that they've listed. It doesn't look like it's actually in stock there. Some of it looks nice stuff, you know. Some of it looks quite nice stuff. I actually really like the t-shirt. I'm going to buy myself a t-shirt. I'm going to buy myself a t-shirt this week from Status Error. Have you heard of Status Error? Because I hadn't until Gareth at Expression Culture pointed them out. Are we still on for exhaust fitting on Monday? Mate, if it's in this diary, we're doing it. I think you've already paid, haven't you, mate? Definitely still on if you've already paid. Where are we? It says it here, mate. It says it here. It says Jap speed, single exit, and power run. That's what it says. So yes is the answer, my friend. Yeah, so sorry, who'd actually heard of Status Error? Because I hadn't. And I looked at some of their stuff. And do you know what it reminds me a little bit of? Do you remember the Garbage Pail Kids? Who remembers Garbage Pail Kids? Or are you not old enough? Who's the oldest in here? It's going to be me, isn't it? It's going to be me. Barnsey, you're probably a little bit younger than me. Roger's immortal, so it won't be him. He's clearly immortal. Matty, how old are you? Cool, I remember then. Oh, you remember them? Okay, good. Yeah, so Garbage Pail Kids. Anyway, the Status Error like stuff. I don't know. It just reminded me of it. So I thought, right, do you know what? I'm going to buy myself a t-shirt. Oh, you are older than me, Barnsey. You're older than me, but not very much. That was 43 as well. Yeah, that's me. I'm 43 in July. 34. Matty's had a hard paper round. That's his wisdom tooth that's messed him up. That's why he looks so old. I'm only joking, Matty. Yeah. I think I'd like instead of sticker bombing, I think I'd like a panel and just completely garbage pail it. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that can be our thing. That could be a thing that we do. We can garbage pail sticker bomb stuff. I'm going to do that. I've said it now. I'm going to pick a wing on something or a spoiler or an alloy. And I'm going to garbage pail sticker bomb it. I bet you that'd be expensive. Straight onto eBay. 35. That's not bad, Tim. You're still a young pup. Garbage Pale Kids stickers lot. Maybe job a lot or something like that. 2 cards, £67. No. 110. There we go. Garbage Pail Kids, We Hate the 80s, job lot of 110 green parallel stickers. 588 stickers, 300 quid. Nah, no. 400 for 143 quid. 46 for 29.99. That's not bad, is it? They're not all the same sticker though, surely. You would like to think. No, they're different. They're different stickers. The seller of those stickers is a company on eBay called Mega Drive Games. I'd get on well with him.
Definitely phone here.
What, here?
Well, not my main. My drug dealer phone, as you would call it.
Yeah. Hey, babe, as long as you don't block me.
What?
No, I'm joking.
No.
I told you, didn't I? They're coming on Thursday to dig up.
What, was in yesterday?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they can travel backwards in time. In fact, if they were going to travel backwards in time, can they go to start of the year, please?
Yeah.
Richard, would you like to say good morning to your adoring fans?
Good morning, Richard.
That doesn't work.
You said say good morning, Richard. I just did.
No, I said, Richard, would you like to say good morning? Different. Okay. Garbage Pail Kids rock. It'd be amazing if I had the ones that I had as a kid. What's that got to do with cars? Hey, Starbuck, how you doing? He's a good man, is our Starbuck. Black Ops phone. How old is Rich? Rich is actually younger than me. We're both 42. We're both 42, but he's I think he's a school year younger than me. So he's 43 in October and I'm 43 in July. Yeah, so he's a school year younger than me. I was like one of the youngest in my years. Is that how that works? Yeah, I was one of the youngest in my school year and he was one of the oldest in his school year. I think that's how that works. Yeah, breathing mods. Exhaust, induction kit, front mount intercooler, clutch. I'm going to say that again because that was really quick. Clutch, front mount intercooler, induction kit, exhaust. Done. Map. Look how easy that was. Bubblegum. What, Garbage Pail Kids? Did you get a stick of gum with them?
You're going down the paint shop to get your shonky grill to fit.
Thanks, mate. Do you want me to come or you just want to swear without me?
What?
Do you want me to come and help or are you just going to swear?
What help are you going to be?
See? This is what...
You best to stay there.
I'll stay here, mate. Thanks, mate. Mate.
Sorry, yeah, it's bill yet.
Mate.
It's bill yet.
I haven't paid shit. You ain't had your bill yet. Yeah, so I bought a carbon fibre grill for my FN2. That depends on the car, mate, because very, very, very few of them, Tim, have done less than 110,000 miles these days. So that totally depends if it's on its first turbo, how the engine's been looked after. I would not be guessing power figures. It's a diesel, so I would always aim for 30 brake horsepower and 50 foot-pound of torque, but it just depends. Yes, stick of gum. Anyway, I've bought a Carbon My Ride front grill for my FN2 because my badge and grill are just toast. They've seen better days. So I thought I'd buy a shiny new part that does not fit like you would expect it to. I mean, obviously, it can be made to fit, which is why Richard has just looks like he's just took a grinder and a plug socket and the extension lead down to the paint shop, but it really apparently does not fit very well. But it's carbon fiber, and I expected that. I've got an Evo full of carbon fiber, and none of that fits like the original panels, and you cannot expect it to either. Or maybe you can, but I don't. A carbon fiber panel is never going to fit as well as a stock proper panel. Right, what have I got to tell you other than that? I think it's time for me to go and do a bit. Yeah, I'm looking. I think it is time. If it's not Honda, it never fits properly. I think that's pretty much the same across the board, though, man. So even like whatever it is, if it's aftermarket, it's not going to fit like it should, is it? We'll just see how good it looks. Put it this way, it's staying on there. So even if he Tiger Seals it on, which I doubt he will, being Uncle Keith. Yeah. Right. Anyway, peace out, guys. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for Richard Only 42. He must have had a bad paper round, Dan. Yeah. The difference is he's worked really hard all his life, and I didn't get to where I am by working hard. That's a joke. That's an in-joke here. Right. So anyway, thanks for listening to me moan. I needed to get that off my chest. So I'm really happy that you guys were there to listen to me. Have a great day. Be positive. Peace out. Be nice to whoever you come across. And generally have a great day. And if I don't see you beforehand, have a great weekend, guys. I'm going to upload a load of YouTube videos this weekend. There's going to be FN2 videos. There's going to be Inky Mole's Pinky Pow video. There's going to be loads. And hopefully we'll have a great Saturday on the dyno. It is good to talk. Thanks guys, for whoever's subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to me personally. So thanks very much. And Liam, yeah, late to the party, brother. But I want you to have a good day. So fingers crossed you will. And I shall see you all very soon. Peace out.